One of the questions that people ask is it true that men can cook? And they also wonder, do you cook at home? Well, I do cook at home. And for communities that have been impacted by the Men Can Cook competition, it's more than cooking. It is more than just making a meal on the fire. It's about looking for the firewood. It's about having those conversations as you are looking for firewood and as you are trying to fetch water. It's also about talking about not cooking a good dish and how that feels. The men who have been trained by the program understand the challenges associated with cooking, and as a result, they have more empathy to the work that women do. I was born and raised in Zimbabwe in a small district called Mwenezi district, which is in Region 5. It is one of the driest and poverty-stricken districts in the country. I always had a passion to help others. And that passion was ignited not only by my desire to help others, but by my own personal experiences. So having grown up being looked after by my mom, I saw a lot of challenges, be it gender disparities, be it food, be it water. So it was really within me, and it was my desire to start an organization that can help support communities that are having those problems. So that is when I conceived Score Against Poverty. I started to talk to a few people around Manitoba here, and eventually the idea to approach MCIC came up. And this idea came about because of the Community Solidarity Fund. So through a partnership with the Temple Church, I was able to access funding through the Community Solidarity Fund. That was the first funding that I received to support the work of Score Against Poverty. So today, as we talk, Score Against Poverty is doing work in food security, of course, reaching thousands of farmers. When we started with this Community Solidarity Fund, we started with very few farmers. It was just as little as 5,000 Canadian dollars. And we started with very, very few farmers. I think it was between 10 and 20 farmers that we started with. Today, we are reaching over 50,000 farmers in Mwenezi, thanks to this support. The Men Can Cook program is just one example of the work that came out of this little fire that was put in place by the Community Solidarity Fund. And it is that fund that sparked the fire that then led us to grow bigger in agriculture, attract additional funding from different players, and then give birth to the Men Can Cook that was funded by FIT. One of the challenges that the project has done for me is to look back and wish if my father was alive to also be a part of the Men Can Cook.